Alright, hey guys, just doing a quick video on a few different things today. First, I'm going to go over combo patterns, how to connect harmonic patterns so you can get the best risk to reward but also the best targets. So you can start connecting patterns, and once you can understand how patterns work, you can understand how to skip take profits to targets, okay? We trade the same 6, 7 patterns. We really trade the same 4 or 5 nonstop every single day, and we have like 3 or 4 that we kind of trade on the side, but everybody knows them. But I want to go over these patterns, how to find them, how to skip take profits and make the most money off the lowest risk possible, okay? And then we're going to go over, kind of how the same patterns trade in every single market. And I'm going to go over just a VIX chart. Everyone, professional traders, you name it, everyone says you can't do trend analysis on VIX, but anyone that's known me and followed me for a long time knows that I have called a lot of tops and a lot of bottoms using just VIX, okay? And that's people that have known me for years. I can chart it very, very well. Again, most people say it's impossible. We're going to go over that real quick, and then we're going to show you how to basically use DXY and VIX to understand situational awareness, and then how you can really start hunting for the right patterns, okay? Because if you start hunting for harmonic patterns anywhere and everywhere, you're going to take a lot of losses. But when you understand, if you can figure out what VIX, DXY is doing, then you can really start to understand what direction to take your harmonic patterns on ES, NQ, RTY, YM, oil, gold. But if you really start to figure out DXY, you can do amazing things. The last thing I'm going to cover, I'm not going to make this video very, very long. The longer ones that I do, no one watches them. And also my average length of time per video is just kind of short. So I'm trying to make them a little bit quicker, but also try to explain everything really well too. But this is what I saw gold early, right? It's just a butterfly pattern, and the butterfly pattern fits right inside of the cipher. So once you have a butterfly pattern, you also have a cipher. We're going to go through and draw this one together. I'm just going to show you the date that I saw this. I posted this in my room before it happened. Everyone in there had it, and then you can see where the price is. You can't lie on TradingView. Everyone knows my TradingView account, and you just hit play. So we took a short here, 1863, closed the short on the way down, and then flipped it back long off this 1813, 1815 level down here. I actually added one right up here, and then I added a little bit more down here. If you search around on TradingView, if you just type in XAU USD, you're going to see who my students are. I encourage my students to post their plays publicly. It's very easy to find out who you can just figure out. If they follow me and they're posting the same patterns, they're out of my member group. But I encourage all of my members, post your stuff online, get credibility, and also practice, right? Because you really want to be practicing, drawing the patterns, seeing the patterns, trading the patterns, and then also reviewing the patterns. And I'm going to show you something on that too, which is really, really, really important. But I don't want to waste too much time. Let's jump right into this. We're going to draw this pattern first. So we'll go to gold. I just want to show you a little trick in TradingView. Okay, so that was it. We drew that one in 4-hour time frame. So basically what you want to do is start using replay mode, because it doesn't really do anything for you to go back and not understand what you're drawing. So this is the hardest pattern to actually understand how to draw. And again, I'm going to explain something. If you try to draw these patterns everywhere, you are going to get chopped to pieces, okay? I'll explain that again. You will get chopped to pieces. All right, so I'm going to explain something to you. And if you watch my other videos, you'll know that I always tell my members, students, whatever you want to call them, to draw the patterns before you see them. Draw them without even the pattern being there. You can draw them in here and then measure them, right? You can draw them like this and then go back and measure the patterns and see if you are correct, right? Because we want to get in this 1.272, 1.414 window. All right, so let's go back to the pattern. Now, what we want to do is the same thing here. We want to actually draw the pattern in first. We want to use our tools. We know if we have a deep triangle, we can hunt for the butterfly pattern, right? The opposite of the butterfly pattern, of course, is the cipher pattern, right? If you start understanding harmonics, you're going to understand how to actually predict the price movement before it happens, okay? That's the name of the game. I was looking for this way before it happened, but if you can see by my play, I mean, it's obvious where I was looking to get short and where I was going to flip it back long, right? If patterns are upside down, we're trying to get short. If patterns are right side up, we're trying to get long. But you use the connecting patterns to skip take profits, and then you get the big money, right? You know, if you're talking about $100 a point and you get $39, $40 a point one way, and then you flip it back long, and that's just one contract. You know, we have guys that trade 10. You're talking about big money. You know, you can make serious money off these plays. So let's go ahead and play this out. You know, you could go ahead, just speed it up, play it out, see what happens. Now again, we're trying to get short, and then we're trying to flip it back long. And if you understand the patterns and how they work, you know, you're making really good money. Okay, so that's just what I want to say. Now understand this pattern. Now, one other thing you can do real quick, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. A really good thing to practice your patterns is to go back and buy them, right, using the replay mode, just to practice. So what would you do in real time? You know, you can go ahead and hit play, and then you can buy a couple lots, right, and then see what that actually looks like. These are mini contracts, so it won't, you know, you're not going to make a whole lot of money. We're trading full-size contracts. But that's how you can really understand the candle price action, change the time frames, right? And you'll go back through, you'll see another cipher pattern in here. You'll see a 2618 pattern. We're looking for inside bars, engulfing bars, inverted hammers, and 618 pullbacks with bullish candles. And then we're using structure to get long. You know, all stuff. I'm going to be doing a shorter course as well. Guys, look out for that really soon. It's going to be at a better price point. It's going to be a la carte, meaning you can buy just the course, you can do it all on your own, and then you can add any additional training with me. You can get a free trial to the room, and you can add monthly subscription to our actual room. You know, we have like 35 guys in there right now. That's it. We have a few members that aren't part of the chat, meaning that they paid for the course, but they're paper trading, practicing before they actually go live in the course. We have like 39, 40 members roughly in there. There's 35 active members, but that's kind of what we're going through right now. I want to show you a couple other plays now. If anyone follows me on TradingView, you'll know that, you know, I call the bottom of Bitcoin, but the reason why I want to explain this play, right? Not a lot of people had Bitcoin down here in 16,000, right? You know, it was I think a $10,000 move up to, you know, 9,500. But what I'm explaining here is what's the most important. Anyone can trade harmonics. Harmonics are not hard to understand, to trade. They're not hard at all. But it's understanding, you know, if you go to my actual TradingView play, and you go down in the notes and I start explaining where I'm looking for the other side of this target, that's the most important part, right? And I'm explaining, you know, what I'm seeing on the different time frames. But that, I just want to show you how it works. This is the same connecting pattern I just showed you in gold, meaning it doesn't matter if we're trading ES, NQ, Tesla, AMD, Nvidia, gold, oil, and it doesn't matter what it is. We trade the same exact patterns. The same exact patterns, okay? Nothing changes. It doesn't matter if it's on 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour. We trade the same exact patterns all day, all long, all day long, nonstop. But this is just Bitcoin. You know, I called the long from down here, called the short from up here. But the stop loss, if anyone knows harmonics, is above X, so this is kind of a wide stop, but you'll see the reactions you get. You know, this is the type of moves you can get. But what I want to explain is if you can start connecting the patterns, you can skip your take profits and take profit, you know, way up here, because you understand these harmonic patterns work like magnets, or they have very strong, powerful connecting patterns, have strong, powerful moves where you can start skipping your take profits, and then you understand where price is going to trade to. So I just want to kind of go over that really quickly. Now, this is probably my most important thing, is understanding how VIX works, right? I'm going to go back to, people say you can't do trend analysis on VIX, right? You'll see what I warned all of my members on March 2nd. Everybody in there is bullish. People ask me if they should load up their mutual funds, if they should load up their 401ks, allocate all their cash, start buying stock. You know, when I start seeing the average person start asking questions like that, the first thing that I do is I look at VIX, because I understand that when people start getting bullish is when they drop the hammer on folks, okay? And you have to understand how VIX works. And I can post all my VIX plays. I'm not going to even get into that. I'm just going to do this one and the type of damage that it did to ES and to NQ and all of stocks, and how it figured out what the bank, you know, with that SIVB bank was going to fail. You know, VIX kind of tells you that way before it happens. So, you know, when you see this kind of move in VIX and then what it does to ES and NQ, you know, when it's dropping it 500, 600, 700 points, you know, 150, 200 points on ES, that's where you're starting to make crazy, unheard of money. But this saved a lot of my members from getting out of their long positions and start to go in short. It had people close out their 401ks. It had people that were about to go into mutual funds just skip out of that. So there's ways to use VIX where you can really start understanding what's happening and make a lot of money on the short side. This is just how, this is something that comes out of my course. This is like a playbook that comes out of my course. And I'm going to offer this to anyone that sends me an email. I'm not going to show you the whole thing because I know you guys can pause the screen and see it, but I'll give you a quick peek. You know, it goes back and it dissects all the patterns, right? And I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you one other thing that we do. All right, so this dissects how to find the patterns, how to see them like I see them way before they happen, meaning I'm looking for a cipher pattern when I see just this. And people say that's crazy. You can understand that you can buy back here. Yes, I do understand that. Meaning I start to think about this pattern, right? I start thinking about going short on 1.272 and buying back 786. And then you see the move and we traded this live. But I can go through and dissect this for you. If you guys send me an email at hiddenharmonics@gmail.com, I will send you this from our playbook. I might even send a couple of our videos that are right out of my first course. I have 3 different courses. I'm going to be doing a short version of my course like I mentioned, but I have over 80 hours worth of content. And I'm just going to go through one of my members and the type of returns that he gets. If you send me an email at hiddenharmonics@gmail.com or just even a message to my Hidden Harmonics Trading, right, at TradingView, you can send me a message if you're following me. This is Russ, this is my email. I want one of the plays out of your playbook. I go through and I send it to you. It breaks down the whole entire play, how to find it, what to do with it. There's a lot more nuances, so even if you try to pause the screen there and read it, it's not going to give you all the information. There's a lot more to it than what it's actually showing. This is just one of the plays out of my playbook. You know, we have 7 of these in total, but I'm going to show you one other trick. So there's a couple other things I want to go over really quick. You know, I'm not going to waste anybody's time. How to do a deep dive book. Okay, so I've always asked, you know, when traders message me and say, you know, I'm having a really hard time, I just had a really big drawdown, I just lost 30%, 40%, I just blew up 2 accounts, 3 accounts, I blew up 5 challenges, 6 challenges, I keep messing up. I say, what does your morning look like? What does your pre-market look like? Do you review your setups? Do you have all your setups? Do you know your take profits? Do you know the candle structure you're looking for? Do you know all the patterns that you trade? And when they say I don't even trade patterns, okay, well, what do you trade then? I trade stocks and I trade futures. Okay, do you have a setup that you trade? No, I just trade when the price breaks over the 100 EMA or the 50 EMA. And I honestly just feel really, really bad for people. You know, I honestly don't know what to say. I feel really, really bad for people. But you need to have a morning routine. I'm not going to go over my morning routine. That's for my members in my group. But I'm going to go over a playbook, okay? I have some of these with 3,000-4,000 reviews. If you'll notice we're going to go through it really quick. Sorry, I hit the wrong one. You know what? I'll share this too. So if you send me an email, say, Russ, I want the playbook. I want your deep dive feature. And then you'll see all the patterns are exactly the same. We trade the same patterns. But this is how you go through. You notice that's the same pattern that we just traded in gold. You know, here we are trading in Salesforce. But you want to have a picture of all your trades you took, trades you missed, trades you got stopped out, or trades you sold too early, didn't stay to your whole take profit. But you'll just go through and they're all the same exact patterns. you know, you'll just really understand how we trade, what we trade. This is the combo pattern, MDB, the same one we traded in Bitcoin, the same one we traded in gold. You know, 2618. How do you take a 2618 and you turn it into a harmonic pattern with super small risk to reward? Another 618 short. This is a structure pattern that we play. Same thing, guys. It's just non-stop cipher into a 2618. This is one you can play long. You flip it over short. This is just risk off on VIX. So, guys, you need to deep dive the market. You need to have thousands of pictures of your plays. You need to have exact rules. You need to understand DXY. You need to understand VIX. You need to understand gold. You need to understand the bond market. If you're not understanding these things and using multiple different things to come up with your situational awareness of what you're going to trade, how you're going to trade, what kind of size you're going to trade, how aggressive you're going to be. Are you going to sit on your hands because you have no no edge that day, meaning you don't understand what DXY is doing, you don't understand what VIX is doing, you don't have a solid pattern in ES or NQ, you don't understand the 8 to 89 EMA theory. But I just want to go through. There's not one or two plays in here. There is non-stop plays, and I'll just go through. So, you know, this is just one deep dive for my members. We do these all the time, but they're all the same patterns. If you can find all of your same patterns you trade, right, and find them non-stop in every time frame, you're trading the right patterns. If you're telling me that you're trading a diamond pattern and you can find one of them out of 300 charts, you can give me any chart, any time of day, live. I might do one of those live where people just throw charts at me. I can open up any chart and find a harmonic pattern within 3 seconds. Doesn't matter what it is. Usually within 1 to 2 seconds. They're everywhere. Okay, the patterns are everywhere. It's just a matter of understanding when and where to use the right patterns. But that's it, guys. I want to make sure if you're not having a deep dive of all your plays, of exactly when you're using what play, guys, there's so many in here. You would just, you know, if you really understand how these patterns work and they create the biggest moves in the market, they're always at the bottoms, they're always at the tops. You know, let me just see a really good one. You know, some of these things, you know, $90 move, you know, with a like a 3-point stop, a $3 stop. You know, these are the stuff that put in the big moves. 240-point move to 48-point move in NQ. Guys, it's nonstop. You know, if you can trade something from $9 up to $26, you're making huge money. That's what Harmonics is about, right? This is another pattern that we trade nonstop every single week, every single day, every single time frame. My girlfriend also works for this company, so this is more or less just something where we added to her actual position. You know, my girlfriend is a scientist at this company. But if you see where we got long here, you know, on a 2618 pullback and the type of move we're getting, this is one of the hottest stocks in the market this year. But if you see, you know, these patterns trade in everything, guys. But if you don't have a deep dive playbook, right, and a deep dive, a real deep dive, if you learn it from Easy Guru, right, the real guy that's taught, you know, a couple of traders that have gone over 100 million. I was in his course, you know, in his trade group for over a year. You know, he's one of the best. He taught KQ, the YouTube trader that went to 140 million, and another guy named Kevin, and you know, an Asian trader that you know, he went from, I think, 500,000 to 75 million. He actually almost broke 100 million. But that's Easy Guru, and that's Stock B. I strongly recommend anyone that's struggling to try his trade group. I think it's like $500 or $600 a year, and then we always have my option. All of the traders that came from my group are all from his group, meaning they you know, his stuff wasn't working for them, and they came to me. Now we're going to do a quick review. I'm just going to show you one of my traders, and you'll see really quick. You know, there's no way to fake this stuff, guys. I can't write this many messages with myself. You know, these go back forever. We write hundreds and hundreds of messages, thousands of messages. You know, this is just one member. So if you go through and see all the members I talk to, I spend a lot of time talking to my guys, training them, making them understand stuff. But you know, I had somebody off that VIX chart actually leave my room. They said, I'm going to step away from your room for a little while. They doubled their account on the same day that they decided to quit. Well, they didn't say they were going to quit. They're going to step away from your room. But I'm missing, you know, that's me explaining it to one of my members. They doubled their account off my ES chart, right? I shouldn't have said that. So if they watch this video, I'm sorry. I was just really mad that day. We're not going to get into that. They know who decided to quit. I posted an ES chart and they doubled their account. So they went from 7,000 to 15,000. Doubled their account and then told me they were going to quit because if they had held their position, I do sell some stuff a little bit early, and I was telling people because of my VIX chart, I was going to sell ES a little bit early, so I got out of my ES position a little bit longer, a little bit sooner. You know, he could have tripled his account or really 4x his account off one trade. Here nor there, he said, you know, he was mad that he only doubled his account. This is the only trade room where people get mad because they only double their account. Let's put it that way. And you're talking about on one trade, okay? So this is me just explaining to one of my first members. But here is him. I have doubled my account 7 to 8 times now since joining. Imagine the value or skill you have taught us. Forever grateful for that. I closed a 12K credit card last week. Paid my car advance from these gains. You know, and just this is me and him just discussing trades. You know what we're trying to get into. You know, we're trying to trade 3 to 4 point stops on this stuff. So you know, this is me seeing the NQ ES pattern right before it happens. And then, you know, if you get into the ES channel, you'll see it's non-stop posts every single day. Everyone trading the same patterns, people from all over the world, Hong Kong, Mahans from Boston, Germany, Ingos from Germany. There is non-stop. There's people in here, Devon's from Ohio, Mahan same, Najra's from New Jersey, Edward from Stockholm, Sweden. There is people from here from everywhere. This is a really, really good trader. Sasha's from Sweden. You'll see so many people in here from all over the place. We have traders from Hong Kong. We have traders from Canada. We have traders from all over the place, guys. A few traders from California, Louisiana. Guys, there's just traders from everywhere. Lauren too is from Hungary. Guys, you know, there is people from everywhere in here. If you really get into this room and really understand what goes on, you know, how intricate the course is. I keep saying I'm going to do a video for my Flex TV course. I am going to do that, but I will do that in time. I'm not even sure anybody's going to watch it. I'm going to go back to, if you send me a message on hiddenharmonics@gmail.com, right? If you send me a message on TradingView, I'll send you something right out of my course that people pay for, okay? Directly out of my course. I'll send you another free slide out of my playbook. Remember, you need to have a playbook. If you don't have a playbook on your setups, quit trading yesterday, okay? Stop trading. This is a game of professionals. If you're not a professional, treating like a professional, and just going in there winging it, you might as well just hand someone like me or a trader out of my room or another trader that treats it like a professional, just give them your money, all right? You might as well go play the lotto. You might as well go to a casino. Do not trade. People will wipe the floor with your ass. Your money will be gone, okay? And even if you win, right? People always say, yeah, but I made $50,000 and I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, go ahead and you're going to lose $50,000. You're actually going to lose $150,000 because the worst thing can happen to a trader that wins, that doesn't have a plan, doesn't understand what they're doing. You're going to lose the money, okay? That's it, guys. You'll see the course. You'll see how, you know, I'm going to show you one other thing real quick, but this is going to be really, really fast. I'm going to show you some trade reviews. You're going to see the same names. There's no way to fake this stuff. It's the same exact people. I can attach a copy of this too. You know, you'll see Mudham's thing. You'll see Devon doubled my account for the 3rd time. This is Evo. Trades a little bit bigger account. He's already a really good trader. Just, you know, he wanted to learn 3 of my patterns. He really only trades the cipher and the butterfly. Does not trade anything else. You know, I kind of like me. I don't really like the Gartley. I don't really like the bat. I do trade them. I just don't trade them very often. But you'll see the type of reviews, guys. There's people in here making big money, guys. You know, trader. I'm not going to give you exact dollar amounts. Or who made what, but there's certain traders in here. Yeah, I'm not going to point to them, but they're averaging $5,000 a week. They're still in college, so some of these guys are 19, 20, 21 years old, averaging $2,000 to $5,000 a week. Some guys are way older, but I mean consistently making money. We have lawyers, we have chemical engineers, we have computer engineers, we have financial people going to college for financial studies. Guys, we have a little bit of everything, okay? We have some really intelligent people from Yahoo, from Facebook, from YouTube, from Gmail, from Google, you know, all types of engineers, lawyers. We just have really smart people, guys. So when you have a question, you're going to get real answers, okay? You know, Bossy, just an amazing guy from Hong Kong, just an incredible trader that doubles his account multiple times. I'm not going to tell you how big he went, but double, triple, quadruple, and that's not even getting started. Not going to even get into it. But there's guys in here making serious money. You know, you read some of these reviews, guys. There's no way to fake this. No one's going to put together these trade reports. No one's going to do this stuff, guys. Show me their actual win. No, you know, there's no time to do this. 60% day of the whole account. You know, people just making real money, guys. There's, you know, made 400, would have made 29,000 on $800 to $80 risk. Guys, you know, this is, I don't even know if I can enlarge this. This is getting into Harmonics how I see them, where you can start connecting all on a low time frame. You know, but if you get into some of these, you're really starting to understand, you know, starting balance, ending balance, profit on a $5,000 account, profit after 30 days. There's really good traders in here, guys. I mean, some real stone cold killers. There's guys making real money. That's it. Send me a message if you want to check out some of the free material. There's no cost to you at all. I'm giving it to you, okay? If you want, reach out, send me a message. If you see any value in the video, please send it a like. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I hope you see exactly, you know, a professional mindset, meaning you have patterns, right? You understand actual patterns and you're not just winging it. But when you can do that, right? When you can start trading gold short and then know where to flip it long like a professional, you know, the stuff that's possible. The only thing it does is it becomes hard to believe. You know, we had a member buy puts on. This is 2 patterns we trade. This is a simple 2618 pattern. You take it short, but we use these 2 patterns to flip it long. You know, where to take your profit and then where to flip it back long. And this is just a cipher pattern. You know, they went short at 1674. They covered some at 1456 using options. And they're going to cover the rest and try to flip this back long at 1350. That's it, guys. It's all about having watch lists, playbooks, deep diving your patterns, understanding your rules, having your morning routine where you go over your patterns, you go over previous winners, you go over things you messed up on. That's what we're here for, right? That's what the trade group is for. You need to be in a place where everyone's trading the same way you are, right? You get in these trade rooms where there's people trading 30, 40 different methods. It's so hard to learn. You jump from one, you jump to another. You know, everyone in my room besides one person trades 90% the way I do. Even that one person trades off my patterns, but they use order flow. And they're amazing traders. I even study some of their videos. They're amazing too. I might link him below mine because he has his own YouTube channel. He's amazing, an amazing trading from Stockholm, Sweden. And he is probably, I think, one of my 3rd or 4th members. He just does incredible. Super proud of him. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. I hope I can teach you guys a little something. Oh, I want to show you one other thing before we get out of here. Oil. So we all traded this, right? You know, you'll see if you look on, you know, if you look on TradingView, you'll see. I'm not going to go in my private plays, but one of my members posted this. She's amazing, just an amazing trader. She paper traded for a really long time. Most people won't do that. I strongly suggest anybody learning my system paper trade for 3 to 4 months. She paper traded for 6 months, and then, you know, she's making crazy money. Again, has a really good job, and she's making more money trading my patterns. You know, not my patterns. She's making more money trading the patterns that we trade, right? And then it's the same pattern. So we're trading the same pattern again, and then we just trade it again, and that's it, guys. Once you learn the patterns and how to find them, right, and then you can start putting them together and understanding where to get short, right? And you can say, oh wait, that almost looks like one of those other patterns he was talking about. You're damn straight it is, right? So then you can go long here, right? And then oil is either 100 a point or 1,000 a point, right? If you're trading one contract, some people are trading 3, 4, 5, 10, 16, 20 contracts. And then you can start saying, holy shit, you can make a crazy amount of money, right? So you go long down here, you go short up here, right? And then you go long back here. And then you're like, holy shit, dude, you can make crazy money, right? This is a multi, you know, 5-6 figure trade with any decent size account, right? And then you can understand how people in my group are doubling their accounts, tripling their accounts, quadrupling their accounts. If you think that you can't do that in trading, you're being absolutely fucking lied to, okay? Someone is lying to you. Someone has no idea what's possible. You know, I always encourage people to follow my mentor, the guy who taught me. I do not trade exactly like him. If you find Projack's videos on YouTube, devour all of them. I do not trade exactly like Projack. I do trade some of like what his system, but I do not trade exactly like him. I made his method my own. Okay, so just always understand that. But he is one of the best traders I've ever seen ever in my whole entire life. But that's kind of what I want to explain, guys. I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.